The new Regal is 2.7 inches longer than the outgoing model. It's not much wider, just 0.2 inch, but from the plain-looking and remarkably supportive driver's seat, where one faces a sweeping, horizontally oriented dashboard and where massive pockets carved into the lower doors visually open up space, it feels as wide as the bigger La Crosse. And in the rear seat, where nearly 2 additional inches of hip room have appeared, one would swear it has expanded by a foot. Ergonomically, the Regal has joined this decade, with its flush-mounted touchscreen infotainment system measuring 7.0 inches in lower-spec models, upgraded to 8.0 inches in the cars we drove. The app-like presentation of the various systems required little time to learn, and the presence of a physical volume knob, track up, down buttons, a back button, and a home screen button were all used and appreciated. Unfortunately, while Buick's fastidious quiet tuning efforts place insulation and padded materials in many places, several hard plastic surfaces remain, such as on the center console, lower door panels, and parts of the dashboard. Those are most evident, we found, with the all-black interior, where hard plastics tend to shine a little more than adjacent soft touch materials. They are much better masked in the lighter shale interior. Buick claims that the Regal has lost 188 pounds of mass, a believable assertion given that the new Regal feels surprising lithe in corners and is capable of accelerating with real vigor. Buick doesn't usually make acceleration claims, but it wouldn't be unreasonable to expect this car to come close to the outgoing Regal Turbo's mid-6-second 0 to 60 mph time. The 250 horsepower turbocharged 2.0-liter inline-4 exhibits little turbo lag and has plenty of mid-range grunt for passing, although we found it reluctant to rev unless the driver buries the accelerator and pushes through the pedal's kickdown switch. The all-wheel drive model is tuned to deliver an additional 35 pounds-to-foot of torque, which gives it a bit more authority during acceleration, although the front driver's 9-speed automatic shifts a bit more crisply than the AWD model's 8-cog unit. With the Buick's lack of both a sport shift mode and paddle shifters, we found ourselves reaching for the shifter to manually select gears and keep the engine speed where we wanted it for our spirited hustle along the Texas Hill Country's wonderful roads. Steering is light but direct, and the all-wheel drive model's rear axle can produce a torque vectoring effect, helping the car rotate in corners and minimizing understeer, at least in the dry. Turn-in could be crisper, but ultimate grip is impressive in both models. Push it a little in corners, and it sticks. Push it a little more, and it keeps sticking, with minimal, if any, protest from the 245/45 R18 Continental Pro Contact TX tires as they help the Regal hustle around corners at speeds one would never, ever attempt in Grandpa's Lucerne. We were surprised by how unobtrusively the lane-keeping assist system functioned when we clipped apexes. Another surprise was how reassuring and communicative the brakes felt. Seriously, they're great.